Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Felix the Phantom video, and today we're going to be talking about the argument that the Snyder Bros are making on how Supergirl is basically Guardians of the Galaxy. Alright, so let's get this straight out of the way. One, that argument is like the most dumbest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Saying that Supergirl looks like Guardians of the Galaxy is so stupid, okay? We need to understand that James Gunn is not directing nor writing Supergirl. So it's a different director and a different writer. Now, just because it takes place in space and the people in the movie look like characters from Guardians of the Galaxy does not mean it's a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff, okay? This is like the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. And these Snyder Bros are going all over the internet calling it, oh, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 10, guys. Okay, and what's so wrong with that? It's like basically saying, oh, Star Wars is Star Trek, or Star Trek is Star Wars. It's basically saying Harry Potter is the same thing as, Game of Thrones or Merlin, right? Again, people take ideas from other movies or other shows, and that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with taking ideas from other IPs or other properties, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, heck, you could make the argument that Man of Steel looks like The Dark Knight, or how dark and greedy it is. Heck, you can make the argument that Batman v Superman is the same thing as Watchmen, just with different heroes. Yeah, same director, but it's literally the same thing. Slow motion, dark imagery, dark color palette. It's the same dang movie. It's the same here. But the Snyder Bros are saying, oh, Supergirl is Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, that's not the most dumbest. Okay, well then, if you don't like that approach, then what about Lanterns? Lanterns has a whole different tone. It's darker. It's more grounded. It's not as colorful as Supergirl or Superman. When you see the teaser or the trailer, they're saying cuss words. There's adult words in that show. So where are the Snyder coaches or the Snyder Bros? Where are they at now? Oh, it's not too colorful. Okay. And my question is this to the Snyder Bros. What's going to happen when Clayface comes out? Because Clayface is supposed to come out in September or in October. And we heard that movie is going to be rated R. So what are the Snyder Bros going to say in that movie? And they say it's going to be rated R. They say it's going to be it's going to take inspiration from Jeff Johns. I mean, not Jeff Johns. I forgot the actor's name for Jurassic Park, but, from his movie The Fly, the practical effects, the blood, all those things. So what are the Snyder Bros going to say? Oh, it's too bloody. Oh, it's copying The Fly. Oh, now it's just trying to copy, 300 with the dark and greedy and slow-mo. Okay, so the Snyder Bros going to complain about that it's dark? Because the Snyder Bros are complaining that DCU is not dark, it's too colorful. Okay, well, Clayface coming out, it's rated R. Written by Mike Flanagan, who's an awesome who's an awesome horror writer. And they say this movie's going to be rated R and it's going to be dark and all. So, what are the Snyder Bros going to say during that movie? Are they going to be complaining on Twitter saying, oh, it's too dark. Oh, look at what they're trying to do. They're trying to teach our kids this. Oh, but they won't say nothing when the Joker literally told Batman about, playing him at the end of that nightmare scene, right? They don't talk about that stuff, right? They don't talk about Zack Snyder talking about, that rape scene that he was going to put inside his Justice League cut. They don't talk about that. They try to ignore all that, but they always try to blame James Gunn for all his little childish things that he wants to do. In reality, not every DCU project is by James Gunn or Peter Safran. They all have their own writers and their own directors. Yes, they all go to James Gunn to get approved because James Gunn and Peter Safran are the CEOs of the DCU. So yes, they have to approve. But this argument of saying, oh, James Gunn is the one that's doing all the DCU projects. No, that's not true. And it's not true. So I just wanted to bring that out here, guys. What do you guys think the Snyder Bros are going to say with the argument about Clayface being rated R? You think they're going to complain, or you think that they're going to cry about it, saying that it's too dark and James Gunn is doing it way too dark for this genre? What do you guys think that, they're gonna say about Clayface, about making the argument that everything's too colorful and too bright with Superman and so on and so forth. So, what do you guys think about this whole argument about the Clayface and the whole argument of the Snyder Bros crying that's too colorful? So, please comment down below, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Peace out.